Hi, my name is Jeff Shee, and we are the Healthy Living team consisting of Michael Bales, Andrew Nowotarski, Gennaro Salerno, and myself. Here we will be presenting our final briefing on the managed weight loss system. Our presentation is divided into two parts. First, we will go over our project lifecycle. Next, we will provide an overview of our application. We completed the project following a typical project lifecycle organization with 4 phases: initiation, planning, implementation, and closeout. In the next slides, we will go over each phase of our life cycle. Our initiation phase consisted of the project definition and research. The project definition was guided by the requirements covered by the project deliverables. Research was an important aspect of the initiation. You may find the bibliography of our research on the soft copy of these presentation slides. For the planning phase, we will talk about establishing scope and our Gantt chart. The planned scope of the project was to design an app where patients and healthcare providers can interact in real time. Patients would enter the necessary amount of observations and the provider would be able to monitor their progress. To address calories burned, the research literature showed that we needed to collect physical observations, such as skin fold, chest, waist, and forearm circumference, age, body weight, and daily physical activity. We also needed to track calories consumed. Some of our research sources added alcohol as a factor, but we needed more sources to establish how to deal with this observation, and we decided not to include it. For a full list of the scope of the observations we included in our app, please refer to the soft copy of these slides. Next, we will talk about our Gantt chart. Here is our final Gantt chart, showing which team members conducted the presentations during each deliverable. A direct link to the image can be found in the soft copy of the slides. Like with our previous deliverables, we were on schedule for the entire duration of the project. We completed this project by allotting plenty of time for development, testing, and verification. During our execution phase, we made sure to keep our scope controlled in order to meet schedule. We realized early during the execution of the project that the task required to appropriately address all the necessary observations was not possible within the time frame allocated to this project, so we prioritized each observation. Developing using an agile method allowed us to include prioritized features into a working app as they pass our initial quality control. Coding was done using Visual Studio in C#, HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. Collaboration was mainly through GitHub, and we communicated on a daily basis using Slack. We used the Fire.net API to develop the project. To take advantage of existing applications, we considered using the MyFitnessPal API because it collects similar information to what our application would require. However, after using the app for a few weeks, we discovered that the app had a bug in the calculation of calories consumed, and we decided not to use it. Quality control was done by using our prototypes with extreme use cases. Early in the project, we considered integrating our app with the MyFitnessPal API in order to track calories consumed. However, we discovered a bug with the MyFitnessPal app that resulted in errors in calorie calculation. We also considered using the USDA's API to gather nutrient information instead. However, given time constraints, we opted to have the user enter their protein, fat, and carbohydrate intake data with the intent to extend this feature in a future state. We focused our effort on the development of other features that would allow us to have a fully functioning app that was able to interact with the Fire server. In this case, project closing involved the preparation of deliverables. It remains for future development to work on the integration with MyFitnessPal. The possibilities are endless. We could integrate with Fitbit or other wearable devices. Another aspect of the project is data gathering for future use on machine learning algorithms. The conceptual idea behind it is that this data aggregation could be used to advise patients and providers of habits that will lead to weight loss or weight gain.
Hi, my name is Gennaro Salerno. In this part of the presentation, we are going to talk about the application. The functionality of our application is supported by its usability and design and is based on innovation. According to the National Academies of Sciences, energy intakes above the EER, or estimated energy requirement, will result on energy gains. In other words, if calories consumed are greater than calories burned, the result is weight gain. None of the apps we reviewed addresses this issue, hence the innovation of our application. The design is based on the architecture we presented on Deliverable 2. The UI design is uncluttered and simple, providing a high degree of usability. At a high level, the app guides the user to keep track of 6 observation groups: blood pressure, heart rate, calories burned, calories consumed, water drank, and body weight. This is the welcome screen. Here you can log in or register a new account. We are going to register a new provider. Click register, then make sure you hit the provider radio button and start entering email, first name, last name, and password. Click submit, and the information is sent to the Fire server. This is the dashboard. At the moment, there are no patients. Let's register a new patient. Click register, enter the patient email, first name, last name. Make sure that you hit the patient radio button. Under Find Provider, click inside the Search Providers text field. As soon as you start typing, a list of providers appears. Select the one that you like. Continue filling the rest of the information. Press Submit, and the patient is created and sent to the Fire server. Let's log in into the newly created provider. Now in the provider's dashboard, we can see the new patient that we just created, Betty Saler. We can also see the details of her date of birth, email, and the date where she just entered her last information. At the moment, Betty doesn't have any vitals. Let's log in with Betty's credentials to enter her information. From the pull-down menu at the top right, select Weight, and then click Add Event. Click on Date, select the date, then enter the weight in kilograms, and click Save. We need 4 data points for the line to be plotted, so we enter a few more weight events. Now we can graphically see how the weight of the patient changes through time. Betty can follow the same procedure to enter any additional information. We are seeing now the steps to enter macronutrients. We also need 4 data points to show a line plotted, so we are going to keep entering some information. Normally, a patient would be adding this information as they go along throughout the day and throughout the week. We are entering now calories burned. We don't need to follow any particular order, as everything is getting saved as we go along. Every time we press the save button, the information is being sent to the Fire server as an observation using the patient ID, the date, and the appropriate LOINC codes. The graphics show the aggregated amount of calories in and out, and also their difference. Now we are entering blood pressure information. And after 4 data points, we can see the graph. Betty can follow the same procedure to enter the rest of the information, and everything is always visible on her dashboard. Let's now log in with Betty's doctor's credentials. The doctor dashboard now has been populated with Betty's information. When a provider has more than one patient, we can see patient information on his or her dashboard. Patient information is easily accessible by clicking some links. Providers can export their list of patients to spreadsheet programs such as Excel. As a conclusion, we dwell on lessons learned and on future development.